Today's video is all about saving money and making a little money. I thought I'd share 5 apps that I use on my iPhone that help me save a little money or make a little money. So the first one that I wanted to talk about is something called Doughnut, and this is basically a cashback app. So through the app, you buy vouchers, gift vouchers for different stores. There's lots of different stores on there, and then you spend the voucher in the store and you get cash back from that, which you can then cash out to your bank. There's lots and lots of different places to spend the vouchers on there. You've got grocery stores like Aldi and Tesco. You can also use it at M&S. You can use it at restaurants like Nando's or Costa. Hungry Horse. You can use it at places like Ticketmaster. You can even use it at Jet2 holidays. And I've also noticed that you can get vouchers for B&M as well. So what you do is you would think about where you were going to shop. So if I'm going out today to shop at Aldi, I would go onto the Doughnut app, buy a voucher for whatever amount I thought I was going to spend. So if it was £10, if it was £100, you would buy the voucher for that and you would get the cash back that is advertised on the site. There's different cashback percentages for each of the different places you want to shop. So for instance, somewhere like Aldi is 2%, or if you were going to buy a holiday from Jet2 holidays, then the cashback you can get from there is 3%. There's lots of different levels of cashback amounts that you can get from the different places. You just go on and check them out and obviously choose the places that you use most often. So once you've chose the place where you want to get the voucher from, you just click buy voucher, enter the amount you want to spend, and then you will get a receipt with a barcode on it. And when you go to the shop, all you need to do is scan the barcode at the till and it will take that money off your shopping. It's really easy to do. I've done it a couple of times myself. And once you reach £10, once you've saved £10, or once you're getting £10 worth of cash back, you can cash it out to your bank, or you can actually buy another gift card and get some more cash back on that. So you're getting cash back twice. If you cash it out to your bank, there is a 30 pence charge for doing that. So just keep that in mind. It's better to kind of let it build up so you're not paying 30 pence for very small amounts. If you refer people to use the app and they use it, once they've got to the £10 that they can cash out, you will actually get £8 extra into your balance for you to cash out or spend on vouchers as well. I will leave the code below if you want to use my referral code to go over and download the Doughnut app and join it. Obviously, you don't have to use that. You can go and look for it on your own. The only thing I would say with Doughnut is you need to remember to go and buy the voucher before you go to the shop. There's been quite a few times where I've bought something. I've been to Sainsbury's or to Marks and Spencer's and I may have bought something and I've got home and I thought to myself, why didn't I get the voucher through Doughnut? So you really need to kind of train your brain to actually download the vouchers before you go shopping. The next app I wanted to mention is Shopix. Now, I didn't know whether to leave this out or not because at the moment they're not taking on any new users. Randomly throughout the year, they will, if you are already a user, they will give you a link and a code to send out to your friends and family to join Shopix. But there is a waiting list for it. But I did think I would mention it because if it is something you're interested in, then it's worth keeping an eye on. And obviously, if I do get a referral link for it, then I will add it in my YouTube community so you can see it. So the Shopix app is basically where you take photographs of the receipts. So when you go shopping, you get a paper receipt or you may get a receipt emailed to you. You go to your Shopix app and you photograph the receipt in the app and it logs it within the Shopix app. All of the receipts that you photograph within the app or e-receipts that you email to the app, you will get points for, or tokens as they call them. And the tokens build up, and once you get to, I think the lowest is 3,200 tokens, you can get a voucher to use at different places that the Shopix app has. So for me, I usually get an Amazon voucher. There are a few different ones you can get. You can get an Argos voucher, you can get a Costa voucher, you can get an IKEA voucher. They also have Just Eat vouchers, or you could have the tokens changed into cash and sent to your PayPal account. But you do need to reach 3,000 tokens before you can check out any of the vouchers, or you can leave them to build up. I think it goes up to from a £5 voucher for 3,000 tokens up to £25 for, I think it's 15,000 tokens. But it does build up very quickly, especially if you shop quite a lot. And on the run up to Christmas, you could actually earn quite a lot on there. I've had quite a few vouchers from Shopix. It's really easy to use. They also have a lot of surveys on there. So when you complete the surveys, you get tokens for that. And they also give you a scratch card within the app. You scratch it off and you may get even more tokens with that scratch card. You don't have to pay for anything. Obviously, you don't have to, there's no fee to join the app. You just download it, sign up, and then you're in. But like I say, there is a bit of a waiting list for it at the moment. You also have to be over 18 and a UK resident to use the Shopix app, and I think for all of the apps that I'm going to mention, you do need to be in the UK, unfortunately. So if you are overseas, feel free to leave in the comments below any similar kind of apps that people in your country maybe could use as well. So the next app is something called Too Good To Go, and this is a food waste app. So lots of shops have signed up to it, restaurants, cafes, supermarkets. So at the end of the day, any surplus food they have that would just go in the bin, they offer it to customers of the Too Good To Go app to buy at reduced prices that they can then go and pick up. All of these will be surprise bags, as it just depends on what they have left at the end of the day. It was actually Linda from Lady and the Frogs who mentioned this app to me. I will leave the link to her channel in the description box below. This is quite an interesting app, and I think it's a little bit hitty-missy. So they've got, you sign up with your postcode, you put your postcode in. You download the app, you put your postcode in, and it will give you all of the participating restaurants, cafes, grocery places in your area. So it is going to differ for whatever area you're in. In my area, there is quite a few places, like we've got Greggs, we've got Toby Carvery, you've got Aldi, you've got Starbucks, even the IKEA cafe is on there. Buffet King, Subway, Morrison's, there's lots of different ones, and each day there will be an offer for something. So for instance, for Subway, it may say, you know, breads and pastries, and it'll give you a price of what that offer is. So it may be £3.50 for a surprise bag from Subway, and it'll tell you what that would be reduced from, and it'll also tell you what time you've got to go and pick it up. A lot of these are between 8 and 9 at night, or if it's a breakfast thing, then it will be between maybe 8 and 9 in the morning. So you just click on the one that you're interested in, you reserve the bag, and then you go and pick it up at that time. If it was Morrison's, if it was a supermarket one, it's like a surprise grocery bag. So it could be anything like fruits, vegetables, cakes, pastries, snacks, fish, meat. It just depends what they've got left at the end of the day. I have actually only used this app once, and that was because I was in the Metro Centre. This was a couple of months ago now, and I used it for Chuckle & Cheese, which is a shop in the Metro Centre. I think there's a few others around the country as well that sell cheese and crackers and pickles and crisps and things like that. And again, I wasn't sure what I was going to get. I actually got 9 mini truckles of cheese in there. Now, they did say, they tell you on the app and they tell you in the store when they go in, that the cheese is out of date. It was a good 2 months out of date, but apparently you can eat cheese that's out of date, and you can freeze it for up to a month. So we did eat it and it was fine. So you need to be aware of that. For some companies, that may be the case. And it definitely was for there. But like I say, it's going to be a bit hitty-missy. Check out the reviews for Too Good To Go. But it will depend on when you go. You know, some days you might get a lot of things that maybe you wouldn't eat, like a lot of cakes that you don't like, or sandwiches that have got things in that you don't like. And some days it might be a really good bag. So it's definitely worth downloading and checking out if you want to help save food waste and save a little bit of money at the same time. The next app I want to talk about is to save a little bit of money on printed out photographs, and this is called Free Prints. Now, I've been using this for a few years now, and you can get up to 45 free 6x4 prints each month. It resets on the first of the month each month, but you can't roll it over. So if you've only getting 30 photographs, you can't roll the 15 over. But I find this really good. I've got tons of photographs on my iPhone, but I really like to have a printed out photograph. I don't know about you, but I just like to see the photographs. And I quite miss when you used to take your film to the chemist or wherever to get it developed. So it is nice to be able to do this. You don't have to pay for the 45 photographs as long as they're 6x4s, and you only get one print of each photograph that you select. If you wanted more prints of the same photo, you would pay a little bit extra, and if you wanted different sizes for a photograph, then you would pay extra for that. But otherwise, all you're going to pay for is the postage, which is between $1.99 and $3.49, depending on how you want them shipped out to you. So all you do when you download the app is you connect your camera to the app so it can see what photos you've got on there. You would choose the photos that you wanted to have printed out. You can also have it connected to Dropbox, Google Photos, or Facebook. You could get your photos from. Select up to 45 that you want. It will allow you to crop photos if that's what you want to do, and if a photo is going to be too fuzzy or there's something wrong with it, it will come up with a little warning triangle on it so you know that that photo isn't going to print out perfectly. I haven't had that happen to me, maybe twice possibly, and I've had about 6 lots of photos sent from Free Prints, and it doesn't take long to get them, just I'd say up to a week to receive your photographs. Great, again, like I say, if you want actual photographs, and if you do scrapbooking, ideal to use for your scrapbooking hobby. The next app I wanted to mention is to earn a little bit of money, and that is an app called World of Books, which actually used to be called Ziffit. It was a company called Ziffit that I think is now owned by World of Books. So if you've got lots of books or computer games, CDs, DVDs that you want to get rid of, check out how much you would get for them on the World of Book apps first. I think you have to reach £5 on there before you can send them off. So what you would do is you would download the app, give it access to your camera so you can scan the barcodes on each of the book. You scan the barcode, it'll tell you whether they will accept that book. Some books they're not accepting. I think it all depends on how popular that book is at the moment or how many they have in stock. So some it will accept, some it won't. If it'll accept it, it will tell you how much they'll give you for that. Some of them may be as little as 10p, others you may get up to £4 or £5. Again, it would just depend on the book. Obviously, if you've got some really collectible books, then you might get more than that. But I think the most I've ever gotten for one book is £3.50. But it is really a good way of, if you do want to make a little bit of extra cash from the books you have, then that's an ideal way to do it, rather than just maybe passing them on to the charity shop or whatever it is that you do with them. Once you've scanned in all of the books that you want to, it will come up with a total at the bottom, and as long as it's over £5, you will be able to complete the trade. Once you've completed the trade, it will ask you to select a date for DPD to come and pick them up. So someone will come and pick them up from DPD couriers at your house. You select the day you want, you put the address in, you say how many boxes there's going to be, and they will give you a time after you've completed that. Obviously, you put your name and address in there as well. Once they've received the box, check them all over, made sure the books are, good enough to be sold on. They don't want books that are destroyed or written on or ex-library, anything like that. They will send the money that they owe you to your bank or to your PayPal account. I think the ones I've done in the past, I think it's taken up to maybe 2 or 3 weeks to get it, but you do get it, and it's quite an easy procedure. Just make sure you've got some boxes, some decent boxes to pack the books into, and that they are well packed and they're not going to get damaged in transit. Now this next one is a bonus app. This last one is a bonus app, and it's not strictly a money saving or a money making app, but I have enjoyed using it, and my daughter recommended it to me, and it is called Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, and it's actually a competition app. So what it is, when you download it, you will see lots of competitions on there that you need to pay to buy a ticket, but you can buy a ticket from as little as 25 pence. Most of them are in between £1 and £2 for the tickets. There are some that you would pay £10 for a ticket. I've never done that. I usually go for the ones that are 25 pence, 50 pence, something like that. But they do have lots of different prizes on there, and every single prize, if you didn't want that prize, you can get a cash alternative. And Nicola, my daughter, has actually won 2 or 3 times on there in the last year, and the highest one she won was £800. So it is a legitimate app. They are legitimate draws, and they do actually give a percentage of their takings to charities. So the different types of competitions that would be on there at the moment are things like, they have a draw for a Clinique gift set, which is £1 for a ticket. You can get a Dunelm gift card, and they are charging 75p for a ticket on that. You can win an Apple iMac, which is £2 a ticket. They had an afternoon tea prize that you could win, which was £1 a ticket, and they also actually had a £1,000 cash competition, which would only cost you 25 pence a ticket. Obviously you can buy more than one ticket, I only ever buy one ticket, and I only use this app quite sporadically. I think I've used it maybe 10 times in the last year, and I've probably only spent altogether £5, but it's worth a chance. If that's the kind of thing you're into, it is worth a try. If you do the lottery, it's very similar. So the cash alternatives for the afternoon tea, it was worth £70. If you took the cash alternative, you would get £60. For the Apple iMac, it was worth £1,500. The cash alternative would be £1,350. So you are getting a decent cash alternative if you didn't want the prize. But there are quite a few different prizes on there to win. It's worth a look, even if you don't ever do any of the competitions. It's worth just having a look. So it tells you clearly on each competition how much the ticket's going to be. You don't have to put your bank details in. You can actually pay with Apple Pay or Google Pay on your phone. Obviously, you do need to put your telephone number in there just in case you want something, and then they can text you and you can give them your bank details or your address to send the prize to. So I just wanted to mention that Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, just in case that's the kind of thing you were interested in. I will put the links to all of these in the description box below. So those are the money saving, money making apps that are on my iPhone. I'd love to know what's on your iPhone. If you've got any different ones, let us know in the comments below. That's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.